Hi. There's a gun on.
Shh, Ryan. It's the quiet car. Gotta use your small inside voice in here, son.
Movies. The average person can be inspired by them. They can make us laugh. Movies can keep us on the edge of our seat, and so much more. Maddie's Movie Mix is a podcast for movie enthusiasts of all kinds. We hope you enjoy the show.
Bad Bunny, Ladybug, Brad Pitt.
What a great combination. Animals, humans.
So Brad Pitt is Ladybug.
He is, yeah.
But Bad Bunny is an actor.
Who's a wolf.
You're right. Who eats who?
It's really anybody's guess.
I
mean, I thought wolves eat bunnies, so he's
Right.
eating himself. Ladybugs get squashed on.
yeah.
He's
It's
also
a pretty tough ladybug.
It is a pretty tough ladybug
Yeah.
with bad good luck.
I know. That was kind of funny. Bullet
Yeah.
Train is obviously what we're talking about.
That's right.
I mean, obviously, if you've seen it, it's obvious.
That's a bird. It's a plane. It's a bullet train.
Dun, dun. I was surprised. I wanted to see this just simply because, I mean, when you have two actors in there like Aaron Taylor Johnson or whatever, or was that his name? I wrote it down, or the producer wrote it down.
Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Right. So, and then Brian Tyree Henry.
Yep.
When you've got two actors in there with three names, Brad
Success.
Pitt, what are you doing in there?
That's right. Your name is so short.
And then I should ask, actually, are you, so I should probably be Radish.
Oh, yeah. I will take Tangerine.
You're going to be Tangerine?
Oh, wait. Who is Radish?
Nobody.
Oh.
I'm unique.
I'll be a grapefruit.
Excuse me. But that was funny, too.
Yeah.
Lemon and tangerine.
Yeah, that's right. And they kept switching. Like,
yeah.
It was.
I know.
It was like, is this something I missed the first time, or are they just switching it?
Yeah, I know. The first time I was like, wait, wasn't it the other way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And
We'll get there.
We'll
that's
totally
right.
get there. You're talking the very end.
That's right. And I can contain my spoiler because we haven't started the review.
All right. Budget was $90 million.
There was a lot going on.
There was a lot.
Yeah. CGI, trains, flashbacks.
So what, we're at 2.5 weeks right now, or 2 weeks since it was out?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. 121 million it's grossed so far, so it's
very
made,
good.
Yeah, so it's made its money. It'll obviously stay in theaters for a while.
Do you think it'll get a sequel?
Well, I was thinking about that. That's a good question. Lemon and Tangerine, I think if there's a sequel,
It'll be a prequel.
right, and that's what I was going to say, like how would they do that? Because the only solid characters that I would really want to go see again would be those two.
Yeah. They could talk about the
Personally.
mission to Bolivia.
Yeah.
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 And then they could still tie everything together. Like, yeah, that would be an interesting thing to do.
Yeah, it would be. And because how would you do a sequel like this? Because, I mean, they left it so you probably could, obviously. Yeah. But I was thinking, if they did it, what characters would I actually want to see?
Well, they could bring Ryan Reynolds' character in.
Yeah.
Because they could go hunt after him.
I'm saying what I would want to see. Like.
Or Lemon or Tangerine, the one that died, didn't actually die.
Well, the one didn't die, and at the end he died. Oh, wait. How did that go?
I don't know. We have to get a board.
I mean, it was a little confusing there for a minute.
Right.
A few minutes. But,
Yeah.
Spoiler.
There
was some confusing things on one of the characters' death.
Yeah,
or not death.
Bring a whiteboard while you're watching this movie so you can make sure where all the different trains are going down.
Yeah. Which made it interesting.
Yeah.
It
kept
me
you on your
thinking.
feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was nice. Brad Pitt is always, I mean, his comedic timing is always really good.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, you take his comedic timing with the action that he's capable of doing.
That's a perfect pairing for him.
He's really good. He really is.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was excited because, it was from the creators of Deadpool.
Yeah.
Which I thoroughly enjoyed Deadpool.
Yeah.
And so just bringing more of that in a different setting and scenario, I just thought would be intriguing. And the idea of a bullet train, they're on the same location the whole time. And how they're moving all the different parts within the train.
Right. And David Leitch
Leitch.
I don't know. Sorry, David. I am not trying to mess up your name bad. I'm just bad at names. He was a former stuntman, right? If I read that correctly. Did you read that?
No, I did not.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure he was a former stuntman.
Which would make sense.
And so, but now he's become, he was a director, but he also produced, I think, in it or something. He was very involved in it nonetheless. He wrote some of it and stuff. But so that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
So you see that you can see that unravel
to detail.
there. Yeah. And especially when you take a stunt guy or gal or whatever, but they get involved in the writing. Yeah. You can see some of the different things. For me, you can see some of the different things that they use as tools to fight. Right. Which was, this movie was full of those.
Oh, absolutely.
That was fun.
It was so, again, I was joking about the whiteboard earlier.
Yeah.
I didn't have a whiteboard because I was in a movie theater watching this. So I don't typically bring whiteboards when I go watch movies. But it would be very interesting because between the items they use, between the flashbacks, between the interactions and connections, it would be kind of fun to just write this movie out on a whiteboard of like, oh, this was used here, but now it's also being used at this point in the movie too, and how that all evolves throughout the movie.
Yeah, totally.
That was probably the weakest part.
Yeah. That's why I wanted to get that out of the way.
That's fair.
I don't like, people, you got to be more critical. And I mean, people like bad news and stuff like that, but that's
it is. The locations sucked.
Right. I try not to be that way, but the locations did, they did suck.
They were not great.
No.
It was very CGI focused.
Yeah.
The backgrounds never looked great. I mean, the train looked decent. I mean, but it had to. And again, the train is very narrow, very thin. So, I mean, it's not really showing off a lot. The different compartments did look different. Especially the one where
themed, like
so that was neat. But then when they got off, when they did flashbacks, even at the end scene, which I won't, I guess, say too much about it yet, but it was very plain.
Yeah. No, totally. 3-1 for me.
I gave it 3-2.
3-2. You just got it. You just changed that, didn't you?
No, well, I was thinking 3-2, but I didn't know what you were giving it. And so you said 3-1, and I was like, mentally, you're going to think I just said 3-2 because you said 3-1. I didn't want to match. And so that's what gave me a pause.
Yeah.
But 3-2 was my honest.
I wanted to go dip down into the twos, honestly, with it because it was very predictable, I guess. However, they did some of the flashbacks and some of that they had different locations. So, I didn't see that coming, I guess.
Right. It was vibrant.
Yes.
Which was kind of fun. Each character that got main character that got introduced, they did like the weird neon sign thing with the name on it, which I thought was fun. I mean, they've done that in other films, I think, but you don't see it a lot. And especially in something like this, right? And the way they presented it,
And I guess I wasn't sure where it was. Obviously, we found it was in Japan.
Yes.
My stupid eyes watering. Everybody,
it's an emotional movie.
It's emotional. Yeah,
people die. Spoiler.
Maybe my allergies or something, but I wasn't sure. They obviously had the writing, but I didn't really pay attention to it when I saw I saw something like
it's easy.
Probably a trailer, maybe.
Yeah,
in one of the other movies that we reviewed.
Well, even at the sorry, I guess that was different than what I'm talking about. But even at the beginning was not what I was expecting.
No, right. So it was like not. I like to go into movies. I've said this many times, but I like to go into movies trying to not know as much as possible, so that I can really just figure out if it's something I was entertained by, or not.
Yeah.
But anyway, so what they did with some of those things with the background, even though it was kind of blurred out, I like that.
And helps you focus.
Yeah, and the kind of the way they made that look. So I bumped up my cinematography to a 4.1.
Okay.
Because I liked how they kind of had some of that. They didn't need to put stuff in the background that way.
No.
But they did.
Yeah.
You know, some of the shots outside the windows or whatever
Right.
and stuff. So I thought that was kind of nice.
Well, even like I remember the scene with the water bottle. That was really cool.
Yeah.
And how that was shot and how it was displayed because often through the film so the way the film was set up, just to give a little context, is a lot of the characters had subplots, and so they would jump around from each one, but oftentimes they would do a quick background check to catch you up of, oh, this is how this character got here.
Yeah.
And so I thought it was fun how they did that. And then what I enjoyed is they did it for that water bottle. Obviously, it's not a legitimate character, but it did play an important part to the movie.
Yeah.
With how it got to where it did.
Yeah.
And so I found it funny that the way they shot that, the way it rolled, even that it did the same thing with it blurred around the back so you could focus solely on the water bottle.
Yeah.
So I thought they had a lot of fun shots. Even the fight scenes when spoilers, this is a spoiler, and I mean it being a spoiler. When either
It's not going to spoil the movie so you don't go see it, is it?
No.
Okay.
Well, it's one of those things that the pseudo deaths that we talked about.
Yeah.
When either Lemon or Tangerine, the black one,
Yeah.
not racist, he's black. That's
Right.
the best way to explain it. Died, and he got shot, and they just
He got shot a bunch.
Yeah.
100.
and then he even did the twitching, so
Right.
it made it really believable.
Yeah.
But then they explained it, so I gave it a 4.3. I really enjoyed how everything was shot and displayed. And moved the story along because it was very unique of how they shot it and displayed the story through the cinematography.
Yeah. Nice.
Man, there were some actors in it.
Cameo by Ryan Reynolds,
Channing Tatum.
Yeah. That which was a little awkward.
Oh, it was
But it was
so
funny.
weird. Yeah.
It was funny.
Again, they're in Japan.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Yeah. Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, and they did it so well.
It's a quirky movie.
Yeah.
And quirky in the best of ways.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Michael Shannon was really good. He was spoiler, the White Death.
Dun dun dun.
I mean, you knew that going into it, though.
Right.
I mean, you saw his, so that's not probably anyway. I thought he did a really good Russian.
Yeah. And he wasn't really in it much.
No.
But the scenes that he commanded that scene.
Yeah.
Which
Totally.
was so cool.
Yeah. What was the girl's name?
Oh, like the kid?
The kid. She wasn't really a kid, but she was young.
Oh, I can't remember.
What's her
actor's name or
actor's name?
I can't remember.
Is that
Zazzy?
Zazzy, I think.
Maybe that'd be my guess.
there,
Is Zazzy Beats. I've seen her in things before.
Yeah, I have too.
But she did a really good job in this movie too.
Yeah, she did.
A great job of. I mean, they made fun of it in the movie of
Yeah.
how good of an actor she was doing because she was teasing people of what her actual identity was in the background.
Yeah. So anyway, with all those people, all the different story nuance that they had to it, I thought they did a dynamic job.
Yeah.
All of them.
Well, I agree. And the way they did the cameos,
Yeah.
it wasn't. It's funny. The way I liked it is because, again, Ryan Reynolds has a very certain personality. Channing Tatum has a very certain personality. Even Sandra Bullock. They all have their. Sandra Bullock, I don't think you would consider a cameo because she's on the phone a lot.
Yeah. No, right.
But you only see her once.
Yeah.
But each of the way they did the cameos made sense to the actor who was doing the cameo.
Yeah.
Which is amazing and hard to do at times to fit it well into a movie as well.
Yeah. It was almost like the movie was written for a few of them to do those cameos.
Right.
Right.
Like they're breaking fourth walls of yep, here he is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I gave it a 4.5.
Okay.
For actor chemistry.
Yeah, I gave it a 4.3. I really enjoyed it. There was a lot of different dynamics going on. The Wolf character wasn't necessarily my favorite. And again, he had a short part in it.
Short but important.
Yeah.
And I did that. I think they did a fine job, but I didn't understand.
Yeah. They didn't have enough time to. There again, so many other characters. They couldn't possibly develop all of them,
Right.
unless it was a slightly longer film. But again, I think the length was perfect for what it was, so I wouldn't have wanted it longer.
Yeah.
But he was the one character that
He's a bad bunny.
he is a bad bunny.
Yeah. Or a wolf. Wolf is his character. His real name's Bad Bunny.
It's such a weird bad wolf, big bad wolf. Nope, big bad bunny.
Bad wolf, as in Doctor Who. Bad wolf.
Doctor Who. That's the best form.
Yeah, absolutely. I heard David Tennant's coming back.
Yeah, he is.
Filmed
I think they're doing a special
a special. Okay.
because he was in now it's a few years ago. They did it must have been the 50th, no, maybe 75th. I don't know what anniversary, but they got
It was quite a while ago. It would have been what?
because they got David Tennant.
2015, even 16.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, where they did those like
Yeah.
4 or 5 doctors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like that episode.
That was fun. I should watch that again.
It's so good.
Yeah.
If you also like to watch TV shows besides just movies, and you're watching this podcast, Doctor Who is phenomenal.
It is. It's so fun.
Stood the test of time.
Have you ever seen the old ones though?
I have not seen the black and white ones.
Okay, but like the 70s.
No,
Okay, it wasn't black and white in the 70s, by the way.
I'm sure it was.
Which is
I
like
think-
my
I
time
think you're
in,
just
in
seeing
the 80s.
things. It was actually black and white, but your eyes just know how to adapt to those type
Right.
of movies.
Right. Since
I
we
really like Brad
went way
Pitt's
down.
weird costume.
Yeah,
It fit the character well.
yeah.
The weird little what was the poisonous person called? The hooch?
What?
No, the hound?
The
Person
poison.
who points at people's.
Oh,
It starts with an H, I think.
gosh, man, I don't remember, but yeah,
The horn dog.
the hornet.
The hornet. That's what
Hornet.
it was.
Yeah.
See, horn
Yeah.
dog got us there.
It's similar.
But I liked that costume. That was very unique. And
Yeah.
I knew that character was going to play into something just because of how each other character interacted with.
Yeah,
The
it didn't
suit.
take long to figure that out. That
Yeah.
there was something there for sure. Yeah, that was fun though.
Yeah.
No real red dress though.
No.
Other than ZD Beats or Z. How do you say her name again? Zazie.
Zaza.
Zaza.
I have no
Zazie.
idea.
Zazie. Sorry. Zazie.
Zazu.
Anyway,
Lion King.
her costume was
Yeah, pink.
the pink,
Yeah,
and it was
bright.
pretty flashy and
Yep.
and very notice me. So
Well, even
it was getting
I guess
close.
the wolf had a pretty unique costume, and the way. And again, I wish it would have been more outstanding because
But it reminded me of like some Elvis crossover
I couldn't
thing.
trying to figure out if he was a cowboy or what was going on. And it's too bad because they showed the history lesson of he got a lot of that clothing from people he killed.
Yes.
So they could have done a lot more with it,
Yeah.
which is too bad.
So costume because they made sure each character really did look a
Yep.
lot different.
Yep.
I was good with it, so I
Okay.
gave it a 4 even.
I give it a 3.7.
Okay.
There are parts that it's hard because Lemon and Tangerine, they had unique outfits too. The suits,
And
and
the-
they stood out.
Right. They sort of matched, but
Yeah.
I can see the 3.7.
I actually can't remember the score that much. I was going to listen to it on the way here.
That's your
and then I
thing.
forgot. I know. I can't remember.
No Mickey D's in the score on the way here, huh?
No.
Mickey D's?
That's what I usually listen. Yeah, Mickey D's in the soundtrack. That's
Yeah.
usually how I get to where I am right now.
But did you get Mickey D's?
I did.
Well, there you go.
I got my quarter pounder.
At least there's something.
That's right. The
Yeah.
best Coke drink in the land.
Good pause.
Is at McDonald's. So
Good pause. What I thought of the score, and this, I like music a lot, but I'm not, I'm not a musician.
Right.
I wasn't in any band stuff in school.
Your childhood had some missing holes that
it did.
led you to be who you are today.
It's
and
true.
It all really makes sense.
It does. I get it. With that said, I thought it was fun. They had some fun music in it. They definitely placed things in the right place. It wasn't like we did the Transporter, and that music in the Transporter was awful.
Gosh. That's the epitome of what things you should not do when
Yeah.
you're creating a score.
Oh, it was terrible. So this had fun places.
Yep.
It had good music when they played some music. They did kind of a Japanese version of
I do remember the music.
Hero.
It's coming back to me.
You know,
well, they did that for a few songs, I think.
they did, yeah. But that one really was like, oh, that's just so cool. They did
Well,
that
they did
from
the chorus
old
in
Bonnie
English.
Raitt or whatever,
Yeah.
Tyler, whatever her
Right.
name was, or
Well, it was weird because the verses were in Japanese.
Yeah.
But then when they got to the chorus,
Yeah.
they did switch to English, which I thought was fun.
Yeah.
Because it was like, I mean, that's the part as an American who speaks 100% English. Not well, but speaks it. It was like, oh, that's perfect because that's where I would want to jump on because that's actually the lyrics I actually know.
yeah. And it felt familiar.
Yeah.
The music.
Right.
But then when it got to the chorus, it's like, yeah, I know what this is.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's coming
So,
back to me.
yeah,
Actually, I remember thinking about that in the movie. I was like, this is because we talked about, when we did Last Night in Soho.
Yeah.
How I didn't like it because they didn't change it enough to make it their own.
Right.
This movie changed the right amount to make it their own, but also still be a recognizable song.
Yeah. Yeah. See, there you go.
4-2. Yeah, I really liked it.
I also gave it a 4-2.
See, but I gave it first.
Mine's written down. I'm old and don't have as good a
fair.
memory as
That's
you.
fair.
So, buyable movie for me.
Yeah, past the 4.
It just made the 4.
Is it 4-1?
4 is my buy.
Oh, okay.
So just made the buy list at a 4. It's one of those that when you need to laugh and you want some action, I'm going to go to it.
Perfect pairing.
Yeah, it really is good for that. It's not going to be one that's going to be in like probably not even my top like 30 or 50.
Yeah.
But it's going to be one of those that like, I'm in a mood.
Well, even if you have like friends over, it'll be one of those things that not
shoot
everybody
pool.
has seen, but we can watch it. So like, you can enjoy it with other people.
Shoot pool,
Perfect.
throw darts,
Yeah.
movie on.
Train rides.
Yeah.
You got options.
Yeah. I do want to build a Christmas train out here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, someday. So I guess there's that.
One of my uncles used to be a conductor.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What does that have to do with building a Christmas train?
Well, the conductors.
I'm just messing with you.
Okay. He also played Santa. Just kidding.
But
yeah, I gave it a 4-2. It's an
Okay.
enjoyable film. All the same things that you had said. It's not one. There's some movies that you can just watch 1 or 2 times a year that you'd want to go back to. This is not one of those. But again, if I have a friend over and I want to do a unique film that they probably haven't seen that I've enjoyed, this is a great fit for that.
yeah, totally. That's it's a very good way to put it. I was not expecting to be entertained like I was.
No.
I mean, seriously.
Really?
So I knew Brad Pitt obviously was in it. I knew
He's an actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew that it was on a train.
Oh my gosh.
I've actually been on a bullet train
In Japan?
in China.
It's not the same.
They're not, but
Yeah.
it's still super
fast. Okay.
fast.
Let's talk
train.
about that other scene.
Plus, in Italy, I've been on a
Interesting.
high-speed train.
That scene where he's this lemon or tangerine was just he got kicked out of the train, and then he decides, no big deal. It's just a bullet train. I'm going to jump on it with no issues and no grips, but able to hold on and then also punch through the window.
That was the dumbest part of the movie.
Yeah, there was not many.
There was no way. That was like Mission Impossible,
Right.
the first Mission Impossible when he was on that bullet train.
Or
That-
Fast
how
and the Furious
stupid.
7.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, or 8. I forget what.
I don't remember. I know
they
it's-
got more and more ridiculous.
Yeah. So
where they're chasing the airplane.
yeah. Yeah.
Again, this
they
movie-
could have totally, that scene could have been gone.
Everything else in this film
Yeah.
was like it's not going to happen in real life, but at least it's semi believable. Of like, it's not completely out of the box.
Right.
That one scene was like, why?
Yeah.
You didn't have to.
Yeah, no. So 4-4 for
Okay.
overall entertainment.
I did. Yeah, this was to me the strongest part of the film.
Yeah.
Is just the overall entertainment, the fight scenes, the jokes. Again, we kind of talked about it, but like the factor of luck in this movie, people having good luck or people perceiving they have good luck, bad luck, and then bad luck, but it's only bad luck technically to the people around him.
Yeah.
So I really loved how they played in that, and then each character accepted their luck where they were on that luck train.
Yeah.
No pun intended, but like, so 4-5, very enjoyable. The way they tied in everything, the way they did the jokes, Thomas the Train Engine, like
Oh, right. Yeah.
Diesel keep popping up out of like, it was good.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Questions, comments, suggestions, snide remarks.
LegitQ at Matty'sMovieMix.com.
See y'all next time. Hammer the share button. Go ahead and hammer out a comment to us. Go ahead and hammer the like button. Go ahead and hammer the subscription button. Go ahead and hammer the notification bells, because you know what? That's the best way you can support us. We appreciate it.